It is all hotting up now. The last pieces of the puzzle are in place, and we're just about ready to go with the radionics imprinting. So crystals have arrived, the pyramid has arrived, the holographic stickers have arrived, so let's do a bit of an unboxing. I've done sort of the noisy bit, opening the main packaging. So we have the crystals that we are going to be using. So they are in here. So I've just opened the box, and the first thing I see was, let me stand up and show you that. So I haven't looked at all of the crystals, but I did have a quick look inside of the box, and they're all beautifully individually wrapped by Naomi Tamayama. Now look away now for about 5 seconds if you're taking part in the remote experiment and you don't want to see the crystal before it arrives, because you're going to be getting this in the post. Look away now or close your eyes. I'm about to do the reveal. So 3, 2, 1. So this is what I'm going to be imprinting onto. They're all slightly different. They've got different crystals here. And the reason I've gone for these is you can wear it as a pendant as well. So once we've charged it up and done the frequency imprinting, you can then wear this as a pendant on a chain. So you have it with you. It's very easy. Of course, it's really easy to carry around, put in a pocket, a wallet, a purse, etc. So those are the crystals that we're going to be using. Thank you very much, Naomi, for those. What I've also got now is this has just arrived a few minutes ago via Amazon. So it's like those Chinese puzzles where there's going to be one bit that you pull to. Yeah, right. So what we've got here, let me show you. Is this. So, okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1. You can see this one because this is mine. It's saying here. So we've got another layer to. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Right, so we got that. Let's turn it a bit so you can see all around. Very nice. All right, so that's that. So the holographic stickers also arrived a couple of weeks ago. So let's hold those up there. And they say on them, very cool, because those of you who have been around for a little while, you know I've been a massive fan of HUNA for the last 24 and counting years, since October 2000. So this one says, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And depending on where you start reading from, because that goes around the circle in terms of the words. So these have been HUNified, if you want to put it that way. And then we've got the radionics imprinting plate. So we've got the bits that we need now. And of course, I've got your manifestation statements, what you've sent in, what you've written in. So let me tell you how all of this in a nutshell fits together. So part 1 of the quantum entanglement remote experiment was doing the scalar energy, the Rife frequency, the radionics, the harmonics, of course, the HUNA as well. And I was working with a small group of people. Each of them had a week of the frequency remote transmissions. So once people told me what they wanted to do, that was it. Nothing else they needed to do. There was the option to send me a nail clipping if people wanted to do that. And that would then ramp up what we were doing with the molecular quantum entanglement, but that was optional. So we had a mix of people. Phase 2, and we had people working with physical things, emotional things. It was a real mixture. So for example, one of the people who took part had osteoporosis and hip pain. And by day number 4 of the 7-day experiment, they were walking up the stairs without needing to use the handrail, had less pain and a less pronounced limp when they were walking, which is amazing. And then by the 2nd week, they were out dancing with their grandchildren at a school fair and did the candy dance not once, but twice. And for those of you who know the Cameo candy dance, you'll know there's a lot of hop, skip, jump, turn, etc. Brilliant. Also had someone, for example, who I didn't know at the time, but they were suffering from insomnia and they were working with grief and loss as a result of what happened during COVID, both with their business and that sense of connection. And they said after they listened to the HUNA recording towards the end of that 7 days, they had the best night's sleep they've had in the last 3.5 years, because they've had insomnia for 3.5 years. Absolutely amazing. A lot of people had much deeper sleep, particularly at the beginning, and then finding that the energy was returning. So it's been absolutely amazing. And the reason I wanted to do a handful of people is to get a nice cross section, which is exactly what happened. You can read about the results on the results blog that I put together. So I then decided I would do phase 2 of the quantum entanglement remote experiment, because there's something when you use the radionics and imprinting called the manifestation protocol. Now, who doesn't like a good bit of manifestation? So the way that it works is that, taking a whole different direction, we are using the radionics plate. Now, for those of you who follow me, you might have seen the video where I did the experiment, and I was using the, grab that there, I was using the oregano oil. So the oregano oil goes on one side of the plate. My glass of water goes on the opposite side, and then we do the imprinting. Now, with regards to these dials, you have to set them using the dowsing rod. So I was dowsing to set the frequencies, and then the idea is we imprint from this into whatever's on the opposite side, which in this case was my glass of water. So set the frequencies, do the dowsing, do the tuning, leave it sat there for 20 minutes, really didn't give it much thought, picked up the water, swigged it back, really not expecting anything, even though I expect it to work. I kind of didn't expect it to work, if you know what I mean. And I was like, okay, nothing. And then about a few seconds later, my lips started tingling and I could taste the oregano, and my lips were tingling for the next 60 minutes. Now, the person who sold me that oil, Rachel, she's like, why did you use oregano oil? The reason I use it, it's pretty strong, has a very distinct taste. If you've ever managed to have it on your fingers, get it on your lips or something like that, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I thought I'll do so. I already know what it tastes like. So I thought, let me do that, because I will very clearly know what I'm tasting or what I'm experiencing. So that's why I chose a really strong oil. But that's what happened after just 20 minutes. So we're going to do exactly the same, but let's see. So the way it will work. All right, so I'm probably not able to do this on camera because it's be a bit slippy and slidey, but this, so let's say, so we're going to have your manifestation statement. So let me fold that, put that there. So that's on the plate. Then we're, for instance, going to use this. And let me just hold on. So the qualities of this particular pyramid, it says here, for example, and we're making no healing claims, no financial claims, all the rest of it, usual disclaimer, but it says here, the benefits include promotes physical and spiritual health, protects from EMF radiation, promotes better sleep, induces vivid dreams, encourages spiritual growth, purifies the atmosphere, cleansing and balancing. Now, given the frequencies that I was using when we were doing the Rife and the Tesla stuff, I thought this would be a great accompaniment. And because I'm not necessarily running the frequencies directly from the generator this time, we're doing it in a different format. I thought I'd get something which encompasses that energy that we can use as part of the imprinting process. So that pyramid and your statement will go on one side, and then we will have the crystals. Hold on. So we'll have the holographic sticker and the crystal on the other side. And the idea is we're going to imprint what you want and all of this wonderful energy from the pyramid over into something that will carry the energy. So if you could see it all, it would look a bit like this. Hold on, if I can get that. Right, so it would look a bit like this, but of course I'm going to cut the stickers out, etc. It'll just be the one on there, but we've got that on one side, and we're imprinting from this into this, and then you'll get this in the post, which has the frequencies imprinted into it, and you'll get the holographic sticker, which also has the frequency of what it is you wanted to create imprinted into that. So that, in a nutshell, is how it all works. Phew. And yeah, as I said, 20 minutes was enough to imprint the oregano oil into the water. Now, with those of you taking part in the manifestation protocol, I'm going to leave the protocol running for 24 hours. So each of you will get 24 hours. And then once I've done that, I will put the crystal and the holographic sticker with the energies imprinted into the post. And then you just notice what you notice. And yeah, I'm excited. Given the results of the original experiment, where I had no idea what to expect and what was going to be happening, I was like, I don't know. But if a couple of people want to play, come forth. And my idea was to do 4 people because each person had 7 days. So I thought I'd do 4. That's a nice clean month. And then I had a couple of extra people say, oh, I'd like to do it too. So that's how I ended up with 6 people. But yeah, this is going to be absolutely fascinating. There is a blog where you can, hold on, let me just see. The blog. It was a bit.ly link. I'll give you the link, but I will, wherever I put this video, I will also add a link, but I can just say it on the video as well. Let's see, remote experiment results. So it's www.bit.ly/remote-quantum-results. So if you head there, you'll be able to see the results that I've been talking about. You can read all 6 people, everyone. It's written in their own words. They gave me permission to share. I just haven't shared their names, but they sent me the feedback. They gave me permission to put that on the blog. Easiest way to keep up to date with what I'm doing, what's happening. If I run anything similar to this again, head over to my main website. I'll say it and I spell it, transformationstm.com. So www.trance, T-R-A-N-C-E, F for Freddy, F-O-R-M-A-T-I-O-N-S, TM is in trademark, so transformationstm.com. When you land on the site, there's a red What's New button, usually top right. Click that, a panel will slide out, and that's like a bit of an events calendar, things that are coming up, notifications, new blog publications, etc. So have a little bit of a scroll, you'll see the link to the blog. And the best way to keep up to date, because I had a couple of people message me this week on Facebook saying this has only just shown up on my feed and it's something I shared 12 days ago and they would have wanted to attend live. So when you're on the main website, transformationstm.com, if you look on the left hand side near the top, you'll see a box where you can join my e-newsletter list. So sign up for the e-newsletter list, because the 6 people who took part in this experiment were all drawn from my e-newsletter list. By the time I shared it on social media, the places were already gone. So it's just like sharing for information that, hey, this is what we're going to be doing. Look out for the results. So if you are interested, make sure you're on the e-newsletter list, because you get first dibs. You also get preferential pricing before it launches with the public. So yeah, check it out. But really excited to see how all of this wonderful stuff is going to come together. What I'm also going to incorporate into the process as well. Don't know if some of you may have seen this before, but this is the Huna single. So it's my Huna pendant, but I'm going to incorporate that into the process as well. So it already carries the beautiful Huna energy. I purchased it when I went out to study Huna. I went out twice in 2005 and then again to do level 2 in 2009. So purchased this when I was out in Hawaii, took it with me on the sacred volcano trip to get energy imprinted into that by the person who was running the training. So I'm also going to incorporate that in the process as well, with your statement, with the pyramid, with the dowsing frequencies and the Huna energy, and then all of that gets imprinted into what I will send out to you. And with the cool thing with the remote experiment, I wasn't sending anything through the post or anything like that. It was all just happening here with the scalar energy generators and the Gen X, and it was all remote aside from the people who did the nail clippings. Actually, I saw something roll down there. Right, so yes. So there, we're ramping it up a notch. First time, hands off, remote, apart from those doing the molecular with the nail clippings. This time round, we bring it more into the physical plane. So really, really interested, fascinated to see how this one is going to go, because the results of the first remote experiment, where people just said what they wanted, they get on with the rest of their life, the rest of their day. All of the work is done from my end in terms of setting up the frequencies, running the generators, and the results were absolutely spectacular. And there were people all over the world taking part. So yeah, this is the next level, and we make it even more personal. So thank you for watching. Massive, massive thank you for those of you who took part in the remote experiment as well. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much for generously sharing your feedback and your results, because those of you who weren't lucky enough to take part can at least bask in the joy of reading their amazing, fantastic results. And isn't energy in Huna just grand? Amazing. All right, I shall leave it there. Marilyn Devonish, the Neuro Success Coach and Rapid Transformation Specialist and Futurist from transformationstm.com, over and out. And of course, goes without saying, please feel free to share this information, this video, or the link to the results blog if you know someone who could benefit from taking part. as and when, if and when I run it again. Catch you later, and thank you for watching.